Welcome to Bible Plan Bible Study. This one's called Becoming More Like Jesus, Humility. It's a 7-day plan. I'm not sure who wrote it yet. I might find out at the end of this first reading, okay? The devotional starts off as pursuing humility. When you look around the landscape of our culture today, so many are caught up in a self-promotion, self-indulgence, and glory-seeking. Now these behaviors aren't unique to our specific moment in history, but they do seem to be amplified because we live in the age of social media, where most people have access to a supercomputer in their pocket, making it all too easy to instantly share their unfiltered opinion on anything and everything. Sadly, we are a people who often fall victim to the subtle trap of chasing our own dream of influence. Reflecting on our current times, it does make you wonder, has the biblical virtue of humility largely vanished from our culture, including our church culture today? And if so, is humility essential in our pursuit of becoming like Christ? Over the next few days, let's journey together to observe what God's Word says about humility. Also, we should consider what we can learn about humility from the lives of faithful apprentices of Jesus who have gone before us in this journey of life. People like Thomas A. Kempis, Andrew Murray, C.S. Lewis, Dallas Willard, Ruth Haley Barton, and so many others. Dallas Willard once said, "Humility is the framework within which our virtue lies." Wait, hold on. Humility is the framework within which all virtue lives. Said another way, humility is like a fence around a garden that provides protection for other virtues like kindness, compassion, gentleness, and patience to grow. Without the protection of humility, our pursuit of godly character, becomes an act of performance that always directs the focus back on us. The Message translation of Matthew chapter 6, verse 1 describes what can happen when our pursuit of spiritual formation is missing the protection of humility. Be especially careful when you are trying to be good so that you don't make a performance out of it. It might be good theater, but the God who made you won't be applauding. These two examples bring us the first of our observations about humility. Observation number 1, humility is the glue that holds all of the other virtues together. Perhaps we should spend some time reflecting on the role that humility currently plays in our spiritual life. I know I am guilty of making the pursuit of godly character into a performance more often than I care to admit. What about you? Tomorrow we will consider another side of humility that often goes under the radar, false humility. And here are the verses. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1, "Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men, to be seen by them. Otherwise, you have no reward from your Father in heaven." And that's said by Jesus. And you want to know something? A lot of people do videos of themselves giving somebody money or helping them out with bags of food or whatever. It's nice and dandy. It's great that you're doing it. But boasting about it isn't what works. God knows what you're doing without you having to show everyone in the world so that they sit there and go, "Oh, what a great guy we meet, we need more like you." It's almost like you need that. You need people to notice you. And that's how it makes it look. So do it without having to tell anyone. Just do it out of your heart. It doesn't have to be on film, right? It's there are nice people out there. It's great. You guys are doing wonderful things. But imagine how the person on the other end of that footage feels, being filmed the whole time during the worst time of their lives, where they've hit rock bottom and are living the way they are. Humility. Anyways, on to the next verse. Matthew chapter 6, verse 5. And this is said by Jesus. And when you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the corners of the streets, that they may be seen by men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. Matthew chapter 6, verse 16, 17, and 18, said by Jesus as well. Moreover, when you fast, do not be like the hypocrites with a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear to men to be fasting. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But you, when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that you do not appear to men to be fasting, but to your Father who is the secret place. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. And you have to believe that. He knows and sees everything. He knows us before we're even here. At this point in our lives, he knew what we were going to do. Nothing can be hidden. Is there always going to be an alert on my videos? Okay, I do believe this is it for tonight. But it's a good start, and I do not know who wrote this plan. Sorry to say. Well, I can't give credit where credit is due, unfortunately. But anyways, thank you for listening, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll continue on with Psalms and Isaiah, and then I'm probably going to pick a New Testament book to start on. Anyways, have a good night, good day, wherever you are. Peace be unto you. Bye for now.